Canada, especially on the political right, does not have a long history of mass political disturbance. The most major recent political disruptions in Canada have been Indigenous protests in February 2020 gained extensive national attention. The government of Justin Trudeau is in serious trouble. His ludicrous idea of requiring everyone to be vaccinated against COVID-19 has sparked outrage from tens of thousands of individuals across the country. In response to the protest, the authorities threatened to freeze the protesters' bank accounts. Even if there was no court order, this step would be implemented. Faced with this possible danger, many Canadians are withdrawing their funds from banks. Others want to settle in Panama, a country with economic and political stability, a lower cost of living, and easy residency procedures. For Canadians, residency in Panama appears to be the answer to the dilemma that has been imposed on retirees and professionals seeking to protect their money. What is the crisis that Canada government is strict about? Let's have a look. Large commercial trucks have been blocking streets in downtown Ottawa in front of the Canadian Parliament building for nearly 3 weeks, screaming their horns and annoying downtown residents. Meanwhile, in Alberta, another group in Western Canada has stopped a vital U.S. border crossing. Protesters recently blocked a crucial bridge between the cities of Windsor and Detroit, which carries more than a quarter of all cross-border trade between Canada and the United States. The protests were triggered by a demand by the Canadian government that all cross-border truckers be vaccinated against COVID-19. The requirement generated a convoy of trucks and demonstrators who came to Ottawa to voice their concerns, although the vast majority of the people had already been vaccinated. It sparked a broader populist backlash to the COVID-19 legislation. With 83% of the eligible population vaccinated, Canada has taken a generally united, if not universal, strategy to the pandemic. While some regional leaders have shown uncertainty regarding limits, Canada's COVID-19 approach is significantly more consistent than the United States. The vaccination obligation for truckers was a tipping point that sparked these protests by a small but loud minority. There have been a bunch of new indices of harassment directed towards Ottawa residents. Journalists have been attacked by protesters in which Americans contribute a considerable amount, if not the majority, of the funds raised for the protest. There were also Confederate flags and swastikas, along with QAnon banners and other conspiracy references were seen among the protests. And even though more than 22% of Canadians are not white, the protesters are mainly white. According to a poll, 72% of the Canadians believe the demonstrators should go home. However, another research found that 46% of Canadians had sympathy for the demonstrators, even if they did not support their actions. On February 14th, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau uses the Emergencies Act, a 1988 law that empowers governments to break standard limits but never used before. It remains to be seen how the act will be implemented. Some contend that it is pointless and that the only thing lacking is political leadership. Indeed, Canadian politicians have failed miserably in this country. Both Trudeau and his conservative opponents have taken advantage of the protest, aiming to shift the blame on one another rather than putting up a united front. However, there is no immediate solution here. The police in Ottawa have been working hard to keep protesters at bay. However, there is little willingness for further conflict, and the head of police in Ottawa resigned on 15 February in the face of public criticism. The Ottawa protest will most likely fade away over time. However, the main concern is that there is an irreversible rip in Canada's political fabric, bringing the country closer to toxic division witnessed in the United States. Because of the severe financial crisis that has overtaken Canada, many retirees are looking for quick ways to protect their money. Obtaining permanent resident status in Panama is one of the most highly suggested options by immigration specialists. Number 1. Retiree Program in Panama. The retiree program in Panama is open to everyone having a monthly pension of at least $1,000 for the rest of their lives. There is no minimum age restriction to use this approach. All you have to do is submit a set of documents. Proof of a lifetime pension and your criminal record are two of them. This program provides beneficiaries with legal residency as well as several other benefits. For national and international mobility, there are up to 25% discounts on airline trips. In addition, medical bills are discounted by 10% to 20% and restaurants by 15% to 25%. A 30% discount on train, public transportation, and ferry costs is also included. Beneficiaries of this program are also allowed a duty-free exemption on the importation of domestic equipment. Furthermore, they are entitled to a tax exemption on the importation of an automobile every 2 years. Number 2. Program for Friendly Countries. The Friendly Countries program is another option for obtaining residency in Panama. This program helps citizens of nations with whom Panama has friendly, professional, and economic ties. Canada is one of the 50 countries that are labeled Friends. A Canadian citizen can apply for a 2-year temporary residence under this program. Following that, he can apply for permanent residence. To qualify for this category, you must meet one of 3 requirements. Make a fixed-term deposit in a Panamanian bank with a minimum value of $200,000, invest in real estate worth the same amount of money, or establish that you have a labor contract in the country. So guys, that was it for this video. What did you think about our video? Let us know in the comment section below. If you are new to our channel, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell to get notified about our latest videos. Thanks for watching.
It's time to turn your life around. Get information on our website or book a life change consultation.